Bad Bunny, recording artist that's been chosen to do the 2026 Super Bowl halftime. Uh, massive recording artist. Very, very passionate about his home of Puerto Rico. Uh, does just phenomenal things there with fundraising and um, projects and things for his community. He's gotten some bad publicity that isn't fair. One of the things I saw on Facebook was a quote where he said he wouldn't tour in the United States, wouldn't come to the United States, and that was taken way out of context. So, what he actually was talking about, and he's passionate for his community. By the way, if you live in Puerto Rico, you are an American citizen, so let's get that out of the way. But he did not want to tour in the United States under the present administration for concerns that his concerts would be used by ICE to find people in the country illegally and deport them. Now, right now, Donald Trump is getting huge publicity for his deportation, but he will not reach Barack Obama's numbers, even in his 8 years. In his first tenure, he did not reach Joe Biden's numbers, even Joe Biden, yes. So you've been getting a lot of lies on both sides about all of this stuff. And I don't think anybody's going to touch Bill Clinton's records. So throw that out aside. But he didn't want his concerts to be used by ICE. And I think that is an extremely legitimate concern. He went on to state that he loves the United States, been very successful here before, and he's an incredible artist and what he does for his community. I mean, it is massive. It is huge. There's another thing that you need to think about with the Super Bowl halftime that you're probably not thinking about. So, in most people's mind, the Super Bowl halftime is the NFL giving you something to watch while the game's not being played. And years ago, about 15 years ago or so, they switched to musical artists. Now, right off the bat, when you do that, you're going to make a lot of people mad and a lot of people happy every time you pick, because they don't like that artist, they don't like that music, they don't like whatever it represents. And so that's tough for the NFL to find these artists that everyone would like, because there's no such thing. It doesn't happen. The other thing that you really need to think about, and this is a thing that most people haven't thought about, and that is marketing and advertising. If I was in marketing and advertising in the NFL, I would probably have Bollywood artists out on the field during halftime. I would go after every country I possibly could, have their stars here to try to expand the NFL and make it larger. I would assume that if you're an NFL fan, you probably aren't super into the halftime show anyway. I think the last halftime show that I watched the whole entire thing was Prince. And so when you're picking musical artists, you're not going to make everybody happy. This guy is actually an incredible recording artist, and he's also an incredible humanitarian and aid for his country. And he really believes in his country. And like I said, if you're Puerto Rican, you're already a U.S. citizen. So he is a U.S. citizen. And some of those quotes that have been given to him, they're just not fair at all. If you listen to me, I'm always going to throw a different spin. If you ever try to say, oh, he believes like this or he believes like that, meaning me, you're probably going to get it wrong. Because a lot of it, I want to bring you into the way I think. And I usually have a different view on just about everything. And that's what I want to share with you.